Hi, I'm Jonathan from the Clinicminds team. In this video, we will give you a quick introduction to our new dashboard. Our new dashboard has been completely redesigned. We thought about the most important information and workflows that you need during the day and tried to put that all as easily and clearly available from one place as possible. We think that we have a great new dashboard that can serve as a starting point for all your daily work. You can use the new dashboard in a testing mode currently. This means that you can still switch back to the old dashboard if you need some more time to get used to it. You can easily go to the new dashboard from the button on your old dashboard. This is specific for each user, so if you try the new dashboard, your colleagues won't be bothered by it if they don't want to switch yet. So let me start by showing you around on the new dashboard. At the top we have the blue bar, and in the top right you have a search field to find patients and a button to create a new patient. If you click the search field, a panel appears. It also shows the flagged patients and the recently viewed patients, so you can easily go there. To find a patient, you can search on any information like the name, date of birth, patient number, phone number, whatever. If I type John, for example, you will see that it finds the patients with the name John. That's the blue bar at the top. Then we have the white bar. In the white bar on the top left, you can switch between the types of dashboard. We have a special dashboard type for the front desk for your various clinic locations, and we have a special dashboard for practitioners. We made two different dashboards for the front desk and the practitioners because they serve a different purpose in the clinic and they have different work that they need to do during the day. So for that reason, we separated them so we can offer the best experience to both the front desk and practitioners. I will show you more details later. Then we have the main area. In the left side you see all the appointments. In the top left there are buttons to browse by date, so you can go to the last day or the next day, for example, if you need to look back or look ahead. Note that the dashboard is meant to be your starting point for the day. You can use it for everything that you need to do during the current day. If you need to look up something from yesterday, you can do that as well. Or if you want to look to the next day, you can do that also by browsing to the next day. But the dashboard is not meant to replace your full calendar. So if you want to plan more ahead, like a month from now, you can still use the regular calendar for that. On the right side, we have these buttons to switch between the calendar view and the list view. Both of them show the same information. They show all the appointments for today, but the way that it's showed is different. It depends a bit on your personal preference which one you want to use. You can always switch between them. They are always available. Then on the right side we have the light blue sidebar, and here you can find extra information that is relevant during the day. You can scroll over here to see all the sections, and I will explain them in a bit more detail later. So that's a high-level overview of the dashboard. Now let's look at some of the common workflows that you might have during the day. Let's start from the front desk perspective. The responsibility of the front desk, of course, is to manage the clinic, make sure that patients arrive in time, that they are marked as arrived in the system, that you handle no-shows, that you take payments, all that kind of stuff. For the front desk, on the left side, you see all the appointments for the current day. Let's take a look. It's currently 14:24, and this appointment from Christian Banks has not been handled yet, and the patient also hasn't arrived yet. So it's time to take action. If you click the appointment, you can see additional details, and in this case, let's say that the patient didn't arrive, you called them and they forgot about the appointment, so let's mark it as a no-show. After you mark it as a no-show, you see that a no-show icon appears here and the appointment becomes grayed out, it becomes lighter. This means that your work is done with this appointment and you can now focus on the other appointments that are waiting for you. Let's take another appointment, for example. Let's say that Charlie for the 1500 appointment has arrived. I will click the appointment, click arrived. And now you see that the arrived icon appears here, and again this appointment becomes grayed out because the patient has now arrived. The first step here is done and it's up to the practitioner to start the treatment. After I mark the appointment as arrived here, you may have noticed that on the right side Charlie appeared here in the arrived section. So here on the right in the arrived section you see all the patients that arrived for their appointment which are not yet in treatment. In the section below, in treatment, all the patients are visible that are currently in treatment with the practitioners. So when the practitioner would start the treatment, the appointment would automatically move from the arrived section to the in treatment section. Later on, when the practitioner marks the appointment as ready for payment, they will automatically move to the to be paid section above, and then it's your turn again to take the payment at the front desk. You can simply click any of the appointments here to get to the invoice and to register the payment. So that's the most important flow from the front desk perspective. On the left side you make sure that all the patients arrive in time, or you can mark them as no-show if they forgot about the appointment. Then on the right side you can see which patients are arrived and waiting. You can see which patients are in treatment, and at the end you will see which patients are ready to pay for the treatment, and you can take action on that. Now let's take a look at the practitioner perspective. Let's go to this practitioner. Again, on the practitioner dashboard you see the appointments for today on the left side. In this case you also see the arrived icons and the no-show icons. Also on the right side here you see the arrived section, and the practitioner can see which patients are waiting to be treated. From here, from either the left or the right, the practitioner can click the patient, go to the patient profile and start a new record to start the treatment. When the practitioner creates new records, they are visible in the open records section, and they remain visible there so they can be closed later during the day. Finally, there are several other sections on the sidebar that I want to show you. Let me go back to the front desk dashboard again, and let's go through all the sections one by one. First of all, here we have a section called Earlier Appointments. It shows the appointments from the last days that were not handled correctly. So they weren't marked as occurred, they weren't marked as no-show, and the system doesn't know what the status is. You can simply click them and register them as occurred or no-show as applicable. When there are no earlier appointments, this section will disappear and you won't see it. The next section is New Online Bookings. Here you will see all the new online bookings that are waiting to be approved. The next section is Shortcuts. From here you can easily register a new product sale or create a new appointment in the calendar if you want to do that. Then we have the section To Be Paid. We covered that before. Here you see all the appointments that are ready to be paid. The section Arrived we covered as well. It shows all the patients that arrived for their treatment, but they aren't yet in treatment with the practitioner. The In Treatment section shows all the patients that are currently in treatment with the practitioner, so we covered that as well. And then we have this section here called My Tasks. This is a new feature, this is a task list, and here you can easily create tasks for yourself and check them off. So it's simply a task list for all the work that you need to do. For now it's a basic task list. You can add a task, you can add a description, and you can mark a task as completed, but in the future we're going to improve this feature even more. Next up is the section called Memos, where you can see the memos from the old dashboard. And finally there's a section called Practitioners, which shows an overview of all the practitioners working at your location with an indication of their work. With the traffic light colors you can see if all the practitioners are on schedule or if they have a delay, and it can help you to know if everything is going alright in the clinic. Finally, let me show you the last tips and tricks from the sidebar. All the sections in the sidebar you can collapse and expand if you don't want to see them at a certain time. So that can help you to make some extra space for the things that you want to see. Additionally, at the bottom of the sidebar there is a button Edit Sections, which you can use to modify the sidebar. Not everyone will have the same workflow and not everyone will have the same preferences. So we allow you to show or hide certain sections in the sidebar and even move them around. This is super useful to make the dashboard ideal for your own workflow and make sure that you always have the right information available. So that's an overview of the new dashboard. I'm very eager to hear how you like it. If you have any feedback, please use the button at the top called Feedback and you can send us a message. We read all the feedback that we get. If you experience a technical problem on the new dashboard, please use the button Report a Problem. It sends some extra technical information to us, so it will help us to figure out what's going wrong and we can resolve it. Finally, if you want to go back to the old dashboard for now, that's also possible with the button in the top right. Thanks for watching this video. Enjoy using the new dashboard and let us know if you have any feedback.